That was the thumbs up. That means we're rocking and rolling. We are here today at the Soundtoys booth with this gentleman. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
I'm Dave Aude.
He is indeed Dave Aude. My name is Mitch Thomas. I'm with Soundtoys. Today we're talking to Dave. And why are we talking to you? Why would you come here to the Soundtoys booth? Is there a reason?
Because the check cleared.
The check cleared.
No,
yes, thank you, sir.
Because my check to you.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Exactly.
Check. I got to check on that.
No, I just I love supporting things that I use, and I've been using your stuff since when was it came out? 1925.
Then 1925. Congratulations. We're older than most of the. Yeah, it's been a while, right?
So beginning. I mean,
the beginning.
I think Pitch Blender was like. What was that? That was like one of the first ones, was it?
I'm going to interrupt for just a second.
Interrupt
Dave
him.
Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
Dave
God.
Smith. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
legend.
Yes, legend.
He was the first Dave.
He is the first.
I was not the first Dave. He was for sure the first Dave.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm like, can I be the first Dave? They're like, no, there was already a first Dave.
Yeah, at least second. Good to see you, sir. So. At least a second Dave. Sorry, you got to stop for a legend. Legends.
Dave number 2, that's me.
Yeah. So what is it that you do that makes you use our products?
What is it I do that makes me use your product? Well, I produce records.
Records?
Yeah.
That's awesome. They still use records now.
Records. I call them records, which tells you how old I am. If I was younger, I probably wouldn't use the term record. I guess. I produce music. Sorry, here we go.
You produce
I used to produce records. Now I'm producing MP3s.
You produce streams.
Streams.
That sounds horrible.
In the air. Music that's you can't see it. It's somewhere up there.
I fogged up my glasses with that comment. So,
you did.
Yeah. So what have you done recently that you dug and you had fun with?
Plug-in wise?
No, with music.
Oh, music. Okay. Well, I mean, this year I won a Grammy for remixing Mark Ronson Uptown Funk.
Great tune, and I have that remix. Love it.
Nobody's ever heard that song. So if you're watching this on video, you have to Google the song because it's a little song.
Yeah. It's called Uptown Funk.
Uptown.
It's all one word, Uptown. Okay. So I love the remix. It's amazing. I've tried to steal your how do you do the drums and bass secret, and you just won't let me have it. But
it's a great song, and people, at least half the Grammy goes to the original song. It's easier to remix great songs.
I could get that. Yeah. So what else are you working on? You working on anything cool right now?
Right now, I'm doing a lot of songwriting. I earlier this year I also co-wrote and produced Selena Gomez's last single, her 4th single on the current album called "Kill 'Em with Kindness." So.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should start writing and producing more and a little less remixing. I love remixing. I'm going to do that probably till I die. But I'm going to concentrate on writing and producing more. So been doing that a lot lately with some new artists.
That's a great song, by the way.
It's a cool song.
I'm terrible. I did not know that you were on.
No, that's why I'm here. I'm telling you
You're telling
these things.
Me. Now I know.
This is a real interview. We didn't discuss this ahead of time. It's on the fly.
I think that bumps you up. Like, if you were third Dave, you're now definitely second Dave.
Well, or it could be 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Right, we'll give you that status. So in your production work, you've done remixes, great remixes. You're doing your own stuff. You're writing. And you have like, the Dave project?
Well, not really.
You've had some over the years, though, right?
I've done some Dave things. I've done a lot of remixing, and I think of my 118 number one on Billboard, I think 13 of them are Dave songs. So Dave Aude is the artist.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I support that. You should do more.
I just, it's never been about me. So that number would probably be a lot higher, right? Yeah. It's always been about, I just like producing records for other people.
Well, so in your remixing, in your production, hopefully at some point, these things come into play. What's your favorite Soundtoys plugin? I know you've been using it for a long time, so I know they're in there.
My favorite one is I don't use anymore. It was, I think I just mentioned it a minute ago. Was it Sound Blender?
Sound Blender? Well, not
Pitch Blender?
Well, Sound Blender was Pitch
Pitch
Blender and
Blender.
Time Blender.
Pitch Blender.
Yes, those are gone. Sorry,
But it's been replaced.
it's been replaced by the new Soundtoys Effect Rack.
Right. I use, I think, probably, I would say little micro shift, just because I think it's just my go-to pitch.
It's
I
easy.
use it. It's just one. There's one. I think I use the 231 setting. Is that right?
Yep.
And I just use that on everything I need pitch on. Because one of my favorite pieces of gear, if not my favorite piece of hardware of all time, is the Eventide H3000.
Surprisingly enough, it's the anniversary, right?
Is
So,
it? How many years?
Well, next year is the official H3000, but we're having a party because to support 20 years of 3 different awesome companies that split out of that project, which is Empirical Labs and Wave Distro and Soundtoys.
Oh my
I keep
God.
looking at Maggie like I'm talking specifically to you, but it's the wall of people out here that I should be addressing, all these crushing masses.
The crushing masses probably agree with me. The H3000 was a great piece of gear, and I think everybody probably agrees the one setting that every studio, when you turn the H3000 on, it went to immediately to micro pitch shift.
Micro pitch
Right?
shift.
So
one of the 2. There were 2 on there, so
well, I mean, yeah, one of the 2, and if not the alien, the alien one. Well, I don't know. One of those weird settings, but the micro pitch shift was phenomenal, way ahead of its time.
which is of course our history. That's where we come from. Our guys designed the H3000 back in the day before starting this amazing empire. So Little Micro Shift is one of the favorites. Any others out there that you dig?
Well, come on, Decapitator is. Decapitator is probably everyone's number one. I think that I said Little Micro Pitch Shift because I didn't want to be like everybody else.
That you own that one now.
It's very typical
It's yours.
to say Decapitator is number one, and you can easily use Decapitator on everything. Easily.
Yep.
You can decapitate everything. I have decapitated everything before.
I saw the mix thing you did. It was like, wow, there's Decapitator, literally. On
When
everything.
I'm doing videos for other companies, usually the Decapitator's there, and they're like, "Hey, what's going?" I'm like, "Hey, listen, this is real. You want a real video or you want a fake video? This is the real thing, and there's Decapitator."
You don't do videos for other people, do you? Oh my God, that's
Yeah. No, listen. The reason I'm here is because I like talking about stuff I love and I'm very passionate about using. And Soundtoys is, if you're not using Soundtoys, you're not making records.
you said that earlier. I love that story. And it's totally cool. Everybody, the real world uses lots of things, right? So we're not afraid.
Real
of that.
world, yeah.
We're not afraid of that. Okay, so what else? We got anything good? Any new? I ask you what's coming next. No. Can you talk about what's the next big thing that is coming out?
Well, I don't like to talk about things that aren't out yet because it's the music business. Everything, things can happen. But I'm working with a new artist, Skylar Stecker, 14 years old, and she sings better than almost any vocalist I've ever worked with. She's phenomenal.
Wow. What
14.
What genre is this?
Pop music.
Pop music. Good.
Pop music. She's great. I'm working with Siva from The Wanted, one of the guys from The Wanted.
Very cool.
So that's this week.
Those
Let's
are
just go with that's what's happening this week.
It's a busy man, keeping the schedule
Just
full.
2 things this week, yeah.
That's just two hit records I'll do this week, and then I'll move on and do a couple next week, and then I'll take a week off.
And then Sting's always somewhere in the mix too.
Yeah, you got to bring Sting in.
Sting is always like somewhere in there. He just had a new single come out, so I'm working with him a little bit somewhere, always.
Okay. What else? Any? And those are productions, remixes. Those are
All productions, really, yeah. All productions.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sting, probably a little remixing, kinda, ish.
This is new Sting material?
Yeah, he's got a new album coming out in November. So he's got a single. He just put out about three weeks ago. I Can't Stop Thinking About You. It goes back to old Police stuff. Kind of sounds very Police.
Oh, that's the single. I thought you were
It's a
talking directly to
4-piece.
me.
It's a 4-piece. You're right. And goes back to the old school Sting, which everybody has been dying to hear for a decade. So
Yeah, it's
pretty
great.
exciting. I'm just kind of like tweaking a couple things for him.
Yeah, because a couple of the newer bands are trying to keep the police sound alive, apparently. So we needed the police to come back.
We probably need some rock. There's not a lot of rock going on the radio, I guess. So we're trying to get some back.
Yeah, and Steen's going to help us out with that. All right. Anything else cool going on that you want to talk to us about, or projects, gear?
No, I'm just.
Did you move? Or you still live in the same place?
I was born and raised in the Valley. I'm still there.
That's awesome.
I'll be there probably forever.
Excellent.
I'm a Valley guy.
All right, so the next thing we got to do, we got to get together with you and do some kind of like master class on remixing and.
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll
absolutely we got to do that.
We'll set that up. Anybody in the Crushing Masses have any questions for Dave Aude? There's one. Or do you feel you don't have a question? You should have. If you don't have a question, you're in trouble.
He has a question.
You're in you're in trouble.
Where do I start in the remixing process?
Where do you start in the remixing? That's an excellent question, sir. Thank you from way
usually
back.
Somebody calls me and hires me. That's where I start.
Start with a paycheck.
Although I could start maybe, that's usually how it starts. But I usually start by figuring out what I need to do. Do I need to do a pop mix, a radio mix, a club mix? What type of mix? What tempo? What genre? 'Cause I do different things. I don't just do one thing.
But I have to say, of all your remixes, you have solid kick and bass and drums.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I've been very lucky.
If you don't know how that happens, I'm really disappointed because I would like to know. I need that.
I just put as many Soundtoys plugins on the inserts as I possibly can until it sounds great.
Bam!
Drop the mic.
Right there. There's no better way to end that one. So I don't want to keep you here forever. I know you got people to see and remixes to do and checks to cash.
I need to find some work. That's why I'm here to find some work at AES.
All right. Thank you much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Mitch.
it.